expensive trip. A lot of French people on holiday, but they're here, determined to enjoy it. If they win tonight, if they do manage to lift that trophy today, Catalan Dragons, they're on a plane at 1 AM, and they'll be taking that back to the Stade Gilbert Brutus for a big party in the early hours of tomorrow morning. But that, of course, is if they win it, because Warrington are very much a part of this here today. La Marseillaise, sung out brilliantly by Laura Wright, appreciated by Bernard Gouache, the Catalan chairman. And now the national anthem will be sung for us by Bella Boccia.
And please remain standing for the British national anthem, led by Bella Boccia.
It's a truly international feel on what is a truly traditional day for rugby league. The 2018 Ladbrokes Challenge Cup final. So how are they lining up today? Well, here's a quick reminder. So many eye catchers on the Catalan side. Gigot got the wow factor out of fullback. The two Benji bullets in the second row, Julien and Garcia. And there's always a Wembley story. Could it be written by young Michael Gudemond on the bench? Only his 6th game today. And as far as Warrington are concerned, well, as we said, tons of cup final experience in amongst their 17. 37-year-old Benny Westwood, the oldest player in the top flight. Kevin Brown at number 6, injured in the 2 losing finals in which he's played. Will today be his memory-making moment? Referee is Robert Hicks, the two top judges Richard Thompson and Liam Moore, and video ref Ben Thaler. It's Robert's first Challenge Cup final this week, and he's been telling the world on social media about how excited he is for this occasion today. No disrespect to him, but let's hope we don't notice him in the next 80 minutes or so. Benny Westwood, 37. Could be the oldest Leinster trophy winner if he wins today. A Challenge Cup winner with winner Michael McElaurin back here today in Catalan colours. And Kevin Brown.
Let's just stay on side.
04
stay
and
on.
09.
Time that run.
Left.
Wait, Josh.
Bitter memories. Today he's hoping to rewrite the script. It's the Sanguio, the blood and gold of Catalan against the Primrose and Blue of Warrington. We're underway. It's Warrington with first touch, Ratchford who catches, and Hill brings it back. So let's hear for the first time from the two men alongside me, Jonathan Davis, and first of all, John Keir.
What a day, what an occasion this is. I hope we've got a game befitting of this. It seems really special with the atmosphere out here. The Challenge Cup perhaps creating another piece of history with this French team.
Yeah, it's a tight one to call. I think 8 weeks ago you'd have
backed anyone against Catalan Dragons, but their form coming into this has been amazing. So controlling the emotions in the first 20 minutes, because the importance is going to be so important, especially for the Catalan Dragons, I feel. But really looking forward to this battle.
First touch there for Gigot. You have to say he looks a little nervous, didn't he, in the build-up, Tony Gigot, but that might have settled things with that first touch for him.
Yeah, they'll be concentrating, Dave, on having positive first touches, first involvements. That just settles you down and lets you get back to the normal processes of rugby league.
McAlorum out of dummy half. The ball is moved towards the middle. Samoa on the dummy run. Julian, former Warrington player, of course, Benjamin Julian. Looking forward to this occasion more than anyone else. Langley with a kick high in the air that's spilled by Ratchford. The referee says play on, so it's an early win here for the Catalan Dragons.
Great opportunity.
Out from dummy half goes Gigot. Little flick from him. Julian for the corner. What a pass! What a score! What a start! Lewis Tierney in at the corner. We played less than 2 minutes, and it's the Catalan Dragons who are the first to strike. And Lewis Tierney the scorer.
We have a game on now. We really do. Mistake there from Stefan Ratchford from that high kick. And the Dragons, they have capitalised. They take that 4-point lead through the former Wigan winner. The ball was put high. Ratchford, he climbed high. Just mistimed it, didn't get his arms, his elbows close together, came through his hands. The first reaction was from the Dragons. They just play it quickly. Smart play from Gigot. Out it goes, over to the right winger, and in he goes for the try.
Yeah, I think again, look, one offload, goes into contact, gets the offload. Again, slips, gets through the tackle, gets his arms free. Brilliant pass, what an amazing start. But what a good set as well. Fantastic kick. Puts the pressure on a full-back early doors. You know, the last thing a full-back wants to be isolated there. He gets up high, he makes a mistake, and the Dragons, Catalan Dragons capitalise on it. Great start for the French side.
So here's Josh Drinkwater settling himself. He would have been expecting to be faced with a conversion attempt so early in the game. It's a tough one, but he struck it brilliantly. That is a super kick by Josh Drinkwater, and Catalan make the perfect start here, 6-0.
Wow. What a start there from the Dragons. There's a spring in the step there. And there's Steve Price there. He knows now they are under pressure. They are under pressure so early in the game.
Well, what a start. We saw what Catalan did against St Helens in the semi-final when they blew them away. Warrington know they need a response here.
Yeah, interesting listening to the boys in studio. You know, John Wilkins said how they were battered. They were, you know, they put them out of their stride. And then JP said, well, you got to adapt. And it'll be interesting to see how Warrington adapt when they have the ball. You've got to play wider, or you've got to just kick early.
Great response for the Warrington defence, forcing the offload. Otherwise, it would have been out of play. So Catalan having to settle just a little. It has set off at a rate, this final. It really has.
Well, they are gang tackles. I think the first one, there's about 5 players in that, 3 players in that. We spoke about Catalan's line speed prior to the game. Look at the Warrington Wolves line speed, those first 3 tackles.
McAlorum spins it away. And here comes the captain, Remy Castle. That's a big drive forward.
Great carry that though, Dave. Cleared the 20-metre line, landed on his front, allowed a quick play of the ball.
Here comes Tierney again. A little skip from him, 5 metres away from the halfway line.
Big kick pressure here though.
Here it comes from Drinkwater, left-footed, hooks it towards Ratchford again. This time he takes it safely, and that will settle him just a little too. But look at that for the response from the Catalan defenders.
This will be interesting now, the first set. Let's see how the Dragons attack this defensively. You see the first 5 are very tight and quick. Good line speed.
Charnley getting himself involved down the middle here.
Well, there's certainly a wall of white, weren't there, in those early tackles there from the Dragons.
Now it's Hill with a carry to the 30.
Yeah, it's difficult to come by for the Warrington Wolves here. 4 tackles, just cleared the 30.
Benny Westwood.
Good run, great play the ball.
Yeah, really quick play the ball, that wasn't it? It was given time here for Roberts to get a kick away. Gigot underneath it. And the chase is just a little broken. Gigot goes to that left-hand side and this time gets a pass away. And Yaha with a chance to break down that left-hand side. Fuhad Yaha. So both Catalan wingers brought into the game early here. One with a try, another with a great clearing run. And look at the distance they're making with every stride. Over on that left-hand side, Gigot again.
Well, the Warrington Wolves, they're just clinging on. They are literally clinging on with this whirlwind start.
Well, Gigot's hurt. Gigot is hurt.
I think it's a finger in the eye.
Yeah.
It's accidental, so I'm not sure.
He's going to be okay.
They'll be disappointed, though, the Dragons, because they really had Warrington on the back foot there.
Yeah, they did. Roberts is into him. It's just accidental. Cooper gets the hand to his face. I think Gigot realised that as well.
So here come Catalan again. At the moment, putting a real test on this Warrington defensive line. Seaman up to play. And McLaurin comes out of dummy half, looking for the support there of Moore, who wants to get up and play it, and he's not allowed to. It's a penalty right in front of the sticks. And they're going to kick for goal here.
Oh, definitely. Definitely will go for goal here. 8 points, 6 minutes gone. The intensity, they have started fantastically well, the Catalan Dragons.
That man there said in the build-up, they will be ready to play, Jonathan.
Yeah.
They are ready to play. There's no doubt about it. They're just playing at such an intensity, such a tempo. Warrington are struggling, and there's the penalty there, slowing the prop forward, Sam Moore, carrying the ball right underneath the sticks, and it should be an easy 2 points for Josh Drinkwater.
That bank of Warrington supporters can barely believe what they've seen at the start of this game.
Well, I think it's like the semi-final, we're all shell-shocked, Dave, at how they've started.
So here comes Drinkwater. He's nailed one from the touchline. This, therefore, should be very, very simple and straightforward, and is. And we've played barely 7 minutes of the game, and Catalan are already leading by 8 points to 0. It's coming home, they reckon.
There's a long way to go yet, though, Dave. A long, long way, but it's a 10 out of 10 start, isn't it? You couldn't ask for anything better. But this is a test of Warrington's character, their resolve, their belief, because it's been questioned at this moment in time.
Yeah, even from the gang tackle after the restart from the try. You know, great yards by Castian, and they went down the other side. This makes it easy for the kicking game.
So Watchford with a restart. Looking to bring it back with a little interest again here. Smashed forward by Simo.
Westwood's hurt there in that tackle.
And 2 Warrington players left on the ground there, Jonathan.
Oh, Westwood's arm's gone, his shoulders. Westwood's gone here.
Yep.
Look at him, he's looking in a really bad way. He's trying to get back in the defensive line bravely.
He's got to get off here, he's got to get his head checked.
And the physio's on, touching his head to indicate that Benny Westwood might have a problem here, but he might just have recovered. He might just have recovered here. He looked dreadful. There's the kick. Another tester here. Line him underneath it. Had to struggle to get a hold of that, and because of that, he's tackled only 5 from his own line.
What a chase that was. We spoke about the Warrington chase in the build-up, and there's Benny Westwood leaving the field for a head injury assessment. And they really are throwing the gauntlet down to this Warrington Wolves side.
So here's Ratchford, eventually not clearing the ruck, so the penalty goes Warrington's way.
That's very good work by the winger there.
That's a real shame for Benny Westwood here, isn't it?
It is. But my word, they needed that. And there's the collision there, and it was a heavy, heavy collision.
This is the penalty. Messing about in the tackle. Line did exceptionally well there. He caught the ball, he made the first run, then he got up and helped his forwards out again. That's what's needed.
So Clark goes right to Hill. Warrington will wrestle their way back into this contest even so early, and there's a battle. McAlorum against Darrell Clark, and it's 1-0 McAlorum.
Well, they highlighted him in the studio, didn't they? His enthusiasm, his line speed, his aggression, just getting and mixing it up, showing everyone, you're in the game when this guy is playing. He's so quick there. Just watch him, picks him. Let's have a look. He is into him straight away. Hooker on hooker. 1-0 McAlorum.
Well, how do you question skill, Jonathan? You question skill by taking time and taking space away, and that's exactly what Michael McAlorum did there. He really does lead this defensive line.
Against the form hooker, maybe, you know. You're not having an easy run today, mate.
Ball out.
Spinning away from the back of the scrum out to that left-hand side, where Braden Williami, the Fijian international, will find himself down, still 10 short at that halfway line.
I think Warrington have, got the experience in Challenge Cup finals, but if you look through this Catalan Dragons side, they have great experience throughout the side, international rugby, NRL rugby, big game rugby. So they won't at all be daunted by this occasion.
Here's Lange. Looking to inject himself is Benji Julian. McAlorum out of dummy half again. Busquet helps it along its way. Drinkwater was involved as well as they try to burst the line in the shape of Garcia. Last play to come in this set. It'll be another kick here. It'll be a dinky little chip towards this left-hand side. Lynham underneath it gets a bit of protection from his teammates.
Yeah, good protection there.
Defended that kick really well, didn't they, Jonathan? The centre got across the chasers, and it just bought Lynham that bit of time there to reel it in.
I thought the choice of kick was the wrong one there. Ratchford has been put under pressure. It's a greasy surface, greasy ball. I thought it had gone up in the air again.
But interesting as well that Warrington are holding this left channel. They haven't gone into the middle of the field with their play the ball. They held that left channel before that little evasive run from Lynham.
Roberts along the line. There's Jack Hughes.
Last tackle, they've only just got over the 20 metre. That just shows how good defensively they are. And they'll get the ball near the 40 metre line. The first tackle, just watch it.
Oh, it's a good ball attack now, Jonathan. They can look to be very positive and expansive because of the field position.
Already inside the Warrington half. Don't forget, by the way, we've got a special feature on the Lance Todd. If you've heard of the Lance Todd Trophy and wonder who Lance Todd is, we'll tell you his story at half-time. And the highlights of the Champions Schools final as well, also at half-time. And the Water Splash final, which you might have caught earlier today on BBC Two, it will be available on the iPlayer for the next 30 days. A lot of love for that coming in. And Rugby Code Breakers as well, which I think Jonathan Davis appeared in. That too is on the iPlayer for the next 30 days.
Very interesting programmes.
There's been wonderful Rugby League programming on the BBC this year.
This is a huge set for Warrington, and they're giving a penalty away near the halfway line. Good attacking position again for the Dragons.
Warrington need a bit of normality, Jonathan. Yep. They need a couple of minutes where it's just set for set and there's no real stress, but they are under pressure, under stress all the time at this moment in time.
McAlorum hopping it out down this blind side and Randy taking it on. He's a big one, isn't he, the stand-up. Packs some power as well as some skills. McAlorum again milking that blind side. And here comes Benjamin Julian. He's having a big game so far, McAlorum. Drinkwater's little chip and a chase. Ratchford hits it and dances away from a couple of opponents, and that will just lift the Warrington mood a little.
I think that was the best defensive set of the game for Warrington. It really was. The looks of they handled them well, and then they cleared the kick up well also. So let's see if they're now feeling the way back into it, because they've been on the back foot for fully the first 13 minutes of this game.
Clark, Roberts. Coming back on the inside track is Joe Philbin. Penalty given away.
Yeah, he's consistent. Referee Hicks, hand in there, starting to play the ball down. We all want a quick play the ball, quick game.
Well, that would be blessed relief, won't it, for the Warrington Wolves? Nice kick to touch, starting with this set inside the Catalan Dragons half. So at long last, they could be positive and they can look to build pressure.
Here's Hill. Warrington starting a set in enemy territory. Brown. Back towards the middle comes Philbin. Dealt with by Simon. Clark again. Stepping away, gets away from McAloran this time, wins that little battle on that occasion, and in so doing has set his runners free on the right. Hughes chopped down, put out of play, but surely after the tackle is complete, yes, so it's a penalty for Warrington.
Yeah, tackle is complete, easy penalty. Just,
I'll tell you, Jonathan, normally when it's penalty,
yeah,
points result after that, and that may well be the case. But what great work from Darrell Clark, with some good defence, but it was a penalty there from Willie Army.
He spotted one defender had to play the ball. Clark took advantage of it.
What a feature of Catalans' performance against St Helens in the semis. I only think they gave away one penalty in the whole of the first half, and so far they've given away 3 penalties with how long play? 15 minutes. And Warrington hoping to strike. Brown to Roxford over the top line, and gathers it in and slides his way over the line to score the try. Robert Hicks isn't sure, wants the replay, but it looks good from this angle. How does it look on all our replays? Let's hear from the video referee for the first time today. Here's Ben Fagan.
So we have no try on the field, and we are looking for an obstruction in the build-up. So if we could see it from behind the post, please, that would give you the best view. We're looking for the lead front. That bit is okay. This bit as he goes through. Right, can we just go back to that, please? He doesn't find space, and he runs an overline, in my opinion. If we slow that down, Hill's through, that's fine with Hill. It's this next lead runner, he then at the last minute changes direction, goes there. He can't do that. We start to bring the defence in, so that's going to be no try, penalty.
Fans are celebrating to our right because they've not heard that explanation, they've just seen the replay and they think that that's going to be given as a try. They're going to be disappointed when they see this. They are disappointed when they saw that. So it's no try.
Well, I think it's right, in all honesty, but I also felt that Lange did go at the player, but he ran an outside shoulder. You must run towards the inside shoulder and get through the defensive line. He ran to the outside shoulder of the defender. Lange did go at him, and he did force the contact. But by the laws of the game, that's the correct decision.
It is, but it's very contentious, isn't it? You know, it's does the defender make the first initial move and go into him or not? But you know, it's the right call. But you know, they worked the numbers on the left. Great take by Lynham as well, and a great finish, but to no avail.
Yeah, take nothing away from Tom Lynham. That would have been a very good try. He'd scored, but he doesn't stand. Here comes more.
Warrington will feel much better now about themselves. You know, between the days, they'll feel within this game now.
And again by Simon. Just inside the Warrington half. McAloran out of dummy half. Casti, a veteran of the 2007 Challenge Cup final, Remy Casti, the only survivor today from that day. Young kid then, old warrior these days. And Catalan creeping closer to where they want to be. It's dropped back for Moa again to push and dodge. And on tackle 5 with 1 to go. Catalan are 10 away. Gigo comes out from dummy half, dummies a couple, throws it wide. Mead, the Papua New Guinean. It's a little loose. It has to be. There's only 1 play to go. Lange brings it left. Now Drinkwater chips it over the back of the Warrington defence. Up go the arms. The ball spilt backwards. Ratchford has it, and Warrington are safe.
Intense pressure. Great finish once again. But look where they've ended up the set once again. In the 10-metre area. Great yardage, good finish of the set.
It wasn't the most orthodox last play, was it? But it was effective. And the outcome was very good.
I think there's a high shot in there as well. I think he copped a high shot as he was going down. Just watch.
Well, there's the pressure on Charlie, but swept up by Ratchford.
This is the one, just watch. There's a high shot. That is a penalty.
Yeah.
How they go on this start is beyond me. That is clearly a penalty.
It's so obvious, isn't it? Contact with the head.
Well, and here we go, and this is a contentious part of the game at the moment. Had he got up and played that ball, the game plays on. Because he's down on the ground, it's given the officialdom the chance to just review that and give the penalty.
Yeah.
Right decision.
Yep.
You cannot get away with that, you know, irrespective if he gets up and plays. Most people couldn't get up and play after that shot. That's the difference.
Says Jonathan Davis with a goal. Oh, here's Tyrone Roberts, ripping his way through that Catalan defence. Chased hard, throws it over the top, forward. That was unlucky. That was unlucky. Great work from Roberts.
Great work. Didn't need to throw the pass.
I was going to say, I'm not with you there. It was great work initially, but it showed a lack of composure there. Tackle one, the first play of the set. He should have just found the floor, played the ball quick, they've got them on the back foot.
Yeah, I agree.
There's plenty of time left.
You know, they're struggling to get back at the Dragons. Brilliant play early in the tackle count. Everyone expecting him to offload to a big forward. He shows and goes and makes a break. If he goes all the way, great. But if he's tackled there, there's no need for the miracle ball. They need to keep possession and finish sets and put pressure on the big Catalan forwards defending in their own 10-metre area at the moment.
That's it, boys, come on. Head step. Sammy, on me, please. Okay, Sammy.
Samson with the Tottenham international with a feed.
Out!
Tottenham scored a very wonderful World Cup adventure last October and November. They're looking to just eke their way back downfield. Put themselves on the front foot again here, if they can. Macalora.
I think the two second rows have impressed so far. Julien and Garcia have done some great work.
This is Casta.
Well, they certainly repeated the same menu from the semi-final, aren't they? They're taking it very aggressively through the middle before they're looking to an edge.
Williami.
And they're winning the arm wrestle so far.
Last play. Penny Westwood back on the field, by the way. There's the kick. Another test. He'll be back shortly. Lynham underneath it. He's taken that really well because there was a flurry of limbs flying all around him. But he's caught it safely, and Warrington again can settle to their task of bringing it clear as Bryson Goodwin wrestles with a couple of Frenchmen.
And again, they're holding the channel of Warrington. Rather than going into the middle and taking the big men on, they're holding a channel and trying to work the edge of the Catalan defence over.
Clark to Hill. Inside again to Philbin, who's getting an earlier shot in this game than he might have expected. Now it's Clark. This is what he does. Runs out of dummy half. Just puts cats amongst pigeons. He might have lost the boot in the process as well, but Roberts with a kick. Gigot underneath it. You'll hear the hooves coming towards him. He might have been put off because of that. He got a touch. It's back to one. Ratchford has it. Ratchford with a long pass to Lynham. His pass is forward. I think it might have been a free play here.
Yeah, it was a free play, I think.
So Warrington will get away with that. Yeah. No, it wasn't a free play. Warrington took the gamble when they really shouldn't have. So it's Catalan who get their head and feet at the scrum.
The referee communicated it. He communicated it that it was restart of the set.
It wasn't me.
My word.
You know, his foot's not a knock on.
That's right. The referee's absolutely spot on then.
And then, again, this is just lack of composure. You know, it got other players, it got shorter passes where you could strip the numbers out or take the tackle. There's an element of anxiety, isn't there, wanting to solve the problem immediately rather than realising there's 3/4 of the game left.
There's a lack of composure at the moment in Warrington. I think Kevin Brown needs to kind of step into the frame here, because Roberts is throwing silly passes, Ratchford is. Brown bring a bit of calmness to the Warrington performance.
Stand
It's almost like an instinct in a modern player now, isn't it? That when the referee waves his arm, that it is a free play, and it's not always the case.
No, it just indicated restart.
Yeah, and you can see Charnley doing that as well in the background.
So here's Moa.
The comforting thing there for Warrington, though, is they know they can break this Catalan defence. They've had a couple of good breaks, but they haven't been clinical in finishing them.
Again, just a kick for position, just a kick to put Warrington on the back foot. Ratchford has it, but when he looks up, what's he got ahead of him? Just a wall of white again, and he's put down less than 10 from his own line. Here's Brown. Liner. 2 tackles gone, they've still not cleared the 10. Brown again, wants to get on with it quickly. Charnley now, doing some of the work that he does well. Goodwin. Toss towards the middle, and a push and a shot, but he's almost away, just had his ankles tight, but he gets up, and Roberts gets the pass out to that right-hand side. Great ground made.
Very good.
Quickly played, they've still got a couple of plays in the set. Brown again. No-look pass to Levette. But a very much a look tackle from those 2 Catalan defenders. Last play. Brown goes high. Gigot looks at the ball, concentrates and leaps and catches well.
Great take.
Wrapped around by Philbin. So here's Tierney. Scorer of the game's only try so far. Some of the greats. Jason Robinson, of course. Lewis Tierney. Everything's moving again here. Langley. Just taking it in. And now, Mikel Simon will blast it forward.
No change of the formula. Hard, straight running, field position, get a kick in, good chase.
Gigot over the top of Lynham. That is a terrific kick from Gigot. Not a 40-20, but still an absolutely terrific kick to just arrow it over the head of the winger.
I think they needed that as well. The Catalans have tended to get dropped a little bit. They've given maximum effort. Now they can walk to the scrum very slowly, recharge their batteries, and put a massive set defensively on Warrington.
Well, it's the Warrington fans who are off their seats at the moment, trying to lift their side, because they know their side are up against it at the moment, and here's the reason why.
Great ball out of the tackle by Julian.
Psychologically, now this will be good for the Warrington Wolves, because that Catalan kicked the ball out. They wanted the ball out of play for a breaking play, and we wouldn't have said that in the semi-final against St Helens.
Get square, Ben, hold. Go on.
Charlie.
2,
Taking
move.
it in.
Hold.
She scored 2011 with Wigan.
Go, drop, let it go.
And winner of England 2013 with Wigan. Here's Levette. Donny showing almost engineering the path through. Brown working that blind side again, and Goodwin comes back inside, but Langley had him all the way, drags him down. Quick play from Clark, looking for a penalty, but not given, but he gets it away, and now it's taken on again by Philbin. And Philbin's 10 inside his opponent's half.
Only 1 more year ago.
Here's Clark, 6th tackle to come. Brown spins it high. Has he overcooked that? Has he overcooked it? He has. It's a poor kick. It flies out on the full, and it gives Catalan the ball back from where the boots blasted it. And it's a big advantage for the French side.
It is a big advantage for the French side. It's important that 3 headers from Warrington. One has come from Roberts, one from Ratchford, and one from Brown. The 3 pivotal players that are supposed to be guiding this team around the park.
It's early yet, but Warrington are certainly rattled.
Well, there's a breeze, quite a strong breeze flowing around Wembley at the moment, and trying to put the wind up Warrington so far in this game. Here's Battieri from the bench. Busquets on there as well.
Busquets made a huge impact when he came on against St Helens. Big ball carrier.
Comes to the middle. It's Battieri, gets it back. Gigot in the line, the fullback stops, stands, waits, goes again, and now Mead who's got the razzle-dazzle on this occasion. So Shigo waits at dummy half. Here's Lange. Flat pass. Busquet takes it in.
They're really trying to put these big players down on the floor as well to take some diesel out of the tank.
Drinkwater into the in-goal area. Ratchford was hoping the ball would do the work for him. In the end, it took a last-minute toe to put it out of play.
Good kick this is. It's a real good end of set there. Takes the ball to the line, dabs it through, and he had to play that with Stefan Ratchford to give the Catalan Dragons a repeat set from this dropout.
Some tired arms and they're playing back to Perpignan tonight because the Catalan supporters have not stopped waving their flags from the very first kick-off. They won't mind. It stands at 9.
This is a good final.
It is. Because we know Warrington will come back at some stage. Can Catalan get enough distance before that happens? Here comes Busquets. Drinkwater again with a step off the left. It's McAlorum again. Thierry with a short pass to Nar. Looking to muscle his way towards glory, but 3 defenders getting it in his tracks. McAlorum goes left again. A Drinkwater with a short pass. Let's try to burst.
That's great defence so far. Last tackle.
Here it comes. What's the play? It's a kick. It's a chip, it's weighted well, Brown couldn't get there, the ball's not back, it's still the 6th. Teeny finds himself in trouble, can't get away from Lynham, who hunted him down and dragged him down, and Warrington have the ball back, 12 from their own line.
Another one where Warrington could just feel happy with that set, Jonathan. You called it, that was a good online defensive set there. But they're challenging this Warrington team, this Catalan Dragons side. It's a great game. Again,
just watch the first 3 men there coming up and spotting. They've got to just work that out. They've got to get a little bit wider. Get outside those first 3 defenders. As JP said in studio, and they've got to work it out. There we are, that'll be a help.
Real good is Chris Hill at that. He's so urgent on the floor. Carries the ball so aggressively, and then when he finds the floor, he intensified it on his front, which allows him to play quickly, unless you'd interfere with, as he was then. It's great play by the big prop.
So Goodwin will take the tap. And Benny Westwood, here he is. Fully back in working order.
He's made a penalty.
Super Benny Westwood. It's with Hill, Chris Hill. So Clark's in at dummy half. Still plenty of tackles in the back. Brown steps away from one. And away now from Roberts, who's passed the ground, skids into the hands of Lynham, who's going on the outside of Tierney. Just stride away from making it clear that Tierney with the tackle. And now Westwood backing up, considering the offload. Never safe to do so. Clark again. Roberts wasn't expecting that.
It was a poor dummy half pass, wasn't it, from Darren Clark?
So here is Clark. Ratchford kicking from a position of real pressure. He's got it high. He's kicked it well. The ball's gone to ground, and Ben Masella is there to strike. Referee will have a question or two to ask about this, but Warrington will fancy this time they do have their try. So let's hear from our video referee again, Ben Dane.
So we're checking for the offside to start with. So if we can pause it on the kick, please. So if we pause it right there on the kick, like we've got players to the left, they're offside. I want to see if they can go 10 metres. So those 2 players there are off. Right, each stops. In my opinion, that's more than 10. Right, now I want to close. Just jog that back slightly. Just keep going. Go again now then, that's fine. So the kicker does not bring them onside. Darryl Clark stays out the way completely. Hughes calls it there. It's not within 10 metres. Keep it going. Keep it going. Right, I'm happy that he's outside because of the angle of 10 metres. Can I have a close-in view, please? So now I'm looking to see if there's a knock-on. So look, going up. It looks a challenge, a clear challenge. Whose arm does it come off? It looks like there, that's come off Catalan. And gone backwards off Catalan. Do we have another view on that, please? And is there? But that, to me, so that has definitely come off Catalan Dragons. And look on this angle, again that's off. Right, I'm going, it's touched the right hand of the Catalan man, and it's pushed back by the left arm of the Catalan man. So there's no knock on off Warrington. We keep it going on now to jog it on so it happens. So I'm playing on from now, playing on still, playing on. He picks the ball up cleanly, so goes to the grounding. Live call on field is a try, and I'm awarding a try.
Well, they thought they had a try last time around and were disappointed. Different emotion, different result, and Warrington get their first points of this Wembley final. Ben Murdoch facility score.
Well, Jamie Peacock in his analysis prior to the game picked this out as a feature for the Warrington Wolves. They put the ball high, they give it plenty of hang time, there's lots of chase there to put pressure on the receiver. That's exactly what happened, and up he popped to the big fella, and it was like a hamburger in that right hand, and over it went.
It wasn't the greatness finish into the kick, but the chase made it. It was a great chase, especially by Toby King. We saw in the semi-final against Leeds how good he was in the air, and he replicated it there again, put pressure, made the try.
And Roberts sticks it over, 8 points to 6. Battle rejoined by the Warrington Wolves. A little nod of appreciation from their coach.
And good on the Warrington Wolves, kept the ball in play, made it a contest rather than putting out of play to buy some energy. And the reward's there for all to see. And we have got a game on now. It's been a storm, a French storm thrown at the Warrington Wolves. They've hung on there, and now they've replied.
Well, a terrific impact with Celtic last year, Ben Murdoch was celebrating likewise with Warrington now. And Warrington back in possession from that restart. 8 points to 6, Catalan lead. A three-quarter penalty separating them now. There's Clark to Westwood. They'll just keep going and going and going. And Clark and Westwood and Michael are just having a little bit of a contre-attack.
A discussion, shall we say.
Yeah.
It's Clark, Masilla, doing a terrific carry and a roll and a quick play the ball, and he's left a couple of Catalan players behind him, so Warrington have got momentum here now.
That's the difference, Quick play the ball, Clark comes into the game.
Roberts going for the kick. Again, it's a high one. Again, it's a tester, but this time Hugo's got a little bit more time to calm his nerves.
Good chase.
No, just a little bit too far. Still a good chase.
Still a great chase, though.
Yeah.
Because as he takes that ball, Jonathan, he gets tackled. That's one tackle gone at the set of 6.
Dominant tackle, you'd have heard the referee saying, geez, I can hang on a little bit longer to slow things down. And it's Catalan's turn for a heavy labour now.
Yeah, hard yards now.
Blast away downfield if they can. Nicola Gudeman is on the field, the young back rower. Lyman with a correct. There's Levetz. Warrington back looking for a halfway line.
And there has been a shift in momentum, Dave. You picked it up, and they're still using the short side. And all of a sudden, the energised team and the team in blue.
Here's Clark off the back of good work by Goodwin. Rashford in at dummy half. They've still got 3 tackles to go here in this set. So what will they do? Cooper with a drive in. Here's Clark. Roberts kicking a chase. Is it too far? Is it too far? No, it's not. It's absolutely perfect. Over in that corner. And Catalan concede the drop up underneath the sticks. You have to say Warrington on top at the moment.
That's a lovely kick again. He's gone at the line. He's just tapped it through, and Yaha had no alternative. All he could do was fleece the ball over the in-goal area. Because of that, it's a repeat set of 6, and
perfect kick.
They're ramping it up, the Wolves.
They are.
I never bore with the fact that Buhad Yaha had an uncle back there who played in Paris Saint-Germain's first team back in 1996. We're all about an uncle back there, aren't we?
It's a joke or something.
So Giga with a drop kick restart. Roberts with a careful collect. Cooper passed it back in.
Great opportunity, first set really for Warrington with full set.
Hughes.
In Catalan 40 metres, 30 metres.
Here's Darryl Clark. Rashford just switching towards that right-hand side, adding an extra dimension to Warrington's attack on that far side, and he almost connects. Ball's gone to ground. It's a 0 tackle.
A miracle ball again. You don't need to pass it. Build the pressure at the moment. Momentum is with them. They're a little bit tired. They're looking at slightly tired, you know, with a couple of minutes, 8 minutes to go. Just build the pressure. Miracle ball once again.
Well, the stats are interesting.
Get in, guys, come on.
But I'm with you there, Jonathan. No need to offload the ball there. It was a risky one. It was a low percentage of success. But the Catalans have completed every set they've had, which is really good. 14 complete sets by the Dragons. And obviously Warrington have had more ball, have completed 11 out of 16.
It's Battieri going shoulder first. Trying to barge down the door of Warrington defenders, but they hold tight. Now it's taken in by Gudemar. Only his 6th game, remember, a Wembley final, his 6th game with the Catalan Dragons. Now it's Giga, and an offload, wasn't completed the tackle, so Langen goes to that right-hand side. Julian is there, quick play the ball from him. Catalan getting some speed on again here now. Little dummy shown by Gudemar, trying to push his way through. Into the sunshine here for the Dragons. Switched right, Giga with a chip. Underneath it, Linen, but a great leap. Knocked down, knocked back, offside.
Offside.
Knock on he's given.
No, there's his back. He's not top.
Knock on.
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty there. He's offside.
Well, everybody's booing Warrington because it's gone against them, Catalan because they thought they should have had a penalty.
Well, he's got to make the decision live, hasn't he? The official, Robert Hicks. And he's made a pretty good fist of things up to now, hasn't he? But it's a great leap from Mead. And he does knock that backwards, I would suggest.
It looks like it. Just watch how Kevin Brown gets to it.
Knocks it
Not fun.
forwards.
Yeah.
Let's get his head
That's who catches it.
Get in.
Goodwin, that's a penalty. He's offside.
I'm with the referee there. It's a bit, accidental offside, that one. He wouldn't just leave it, if he would.
It makes no difference.
It's not a penalty, it's a scrum. Look what's happening on the field.
It makes no difference. Still, Catalan ball. Right decision.
Looking left, it's with Williano. Dragged down, 10 metres out. Best position Catalan have been in for a while now. After that early flurry, Kenny Edwards. Trying to get the arm free. Not safe enough to get the offload away. Spun back towards the middle. They're just looking for the direct routes at the moment. In the first instant, Busquets held up, now Drinkwater, and now it's blasted in again, and they're going to be very, very close. Gudemar spins to his feet. The dive from dummy half. The referee has a look.
That's very difficult to say.
And he is going to give one. He's going for the video replay.
May I have a try?
And he thinks it's a try. Well, this would have been a real steal. if it's given. Well, we go to the video referee again. It's Benji Garcia who's claiming it, so let's go to the video referee and find out if he's going to be given it once again. Here's Ben Taylor.
Okay, the live call on the field is try. Ball's in his left hand. I can't see. The ball is still in his hand, so we've got no knock-on. It's on the boot there. It's on the boot there. It looks to be on the ground. Can we just jog that back, please? Because it's not a double movement. It's not hit the ground. Right? So we can jog it back, right back, and keep going back. Right? The ball canham is not on the ground. It is on the man's foot. So, right. And then we can just carry it on now. Still on his foot. Still on his foot. Keep it going. Keep it going. It's still up. It's not on the ground. It's not on the ground. Okay, keep that going. And pause it there. That is a try.
So here he comes. Benji Garcia looks up expectantly. Now he knows he's a Wembley try scorer, the young French international, and his side have just extended their lead.
That's a great finish. Very, very good finish. Took the option. Finish it off. The decision making on the last tackle has been very good by both sides. Actually, the kicking game has been accurate. On that occasion, he just takes it upon himself, sees the opportunity, and scores. As Warrington will get a bit of momentum back, Catalans strike.
Yes, mate.
So Drinkwater looking to keep up this 100% record of goal kicking, and over it goes. It's 3 out of 3, 14 points to 6. Robbie Hunter Paul.
Chris Hill and Kevin Brown laying down the law right there, talking to the boys assertively, but with a lot of direction as well, because they've got to keep all of these guys up here, positive and partying.
Psychologically, Dave, I'll tell you, that is a hammer blow to the Warrington Wolves. 5 minutes before half-time, they've worked so hard to get themselves back in the game. Just cracking dummy half-play there from Garcia whilst Michael McAloran's on the interchange bench. Good try, and at a vital time in the game.
Ratchford with a restart. Catalan back in possession. And a chance to find some ground again here. 14 points to 6. Catalan Dragons leading here. And it's very engrossing. The Outbreaks Challenge Cup final. In a way, you might have seen a lot of the build-up, the history of French rugby league, the Vichy government, and all of that. You're fascinated by that. There's a really good book you can get hold of, The Forbidden Game by Mike Rylance. Tells that story in full. So if you want to find out a little bit more of what we based our reportage on this last week, that's the book to read.
Well, they're certainly not playing the forbidden game here.
It's easy for you to
the
say.
Forbidden game, yeah, easy for me to say. Today they're playing the efficient game. Then the completions are absolutely exceptional. 100% completions from the Dragons. It gives you a chance in any game.
And it comes to Ratchford. Again, the line is good.
Great chase once again.
Bernard Grice, the man who merged the two traditional French clubs to create this Catalan Dragon side a decade and a half ago. He was here as leader and chairman in 2007 when they were always very second best against St Helens, but today they're leading Warrington 14-6. Here comes Cooper.
Well, you sensed in that final, Dave, they were happy to get to the final.
Oh, great offload by Cooper.
You sense in this final, they've come to the final to win it.
Now Hill. Cooper's been doing that kind of thing all season, those offloads. And Warrington looking to work their way back into this game again. Only 8 behind, 2 scores behind. They'd love to get over that whitewash before the half-time hooter sounds. Last play, Roberts' kick. Gigot stands firm and leaps and has it stolen from him in mid-air. Very nearly the French had their pockets picked.
Again, King, brilliant on the high ball, look at it.
He did a great job there as well.
play the ball.
He came from virtually nowhere, but what he did, he actually played the ball, then he retreated to go onside before he came for
that. But just watch who's there to make that tackle. It's a right winger, Tierney, who's gone all the way across there to make sure he doesn't get over the white line.
Giga. Kenny Edwards. That's the penalty. Second effort by the Warrington defenders.
That's well milked, that is.
Kenny's celebrating as if he's just scored a try. He's not.
Onside, Lewis. Come on, Tony. Let's go.
2 minutes to the break.
Tony, there. Time off. It's back here. You can't run me forward so you can kick the ball. See ya. Don't run at me so I have to back off. Through this mark.
Giga doesn't mind taking a bit of time here.
That's it.
Good kick.
Yeah, good kick.
Well, they get a full set of 6 in here, Catalan.
Yeah, this is last chance of the half, and it's for the Catalan Dragons from a penalty. Good kick, giving good field position.
Busquets, the first man in.
What they could do at the end of this set is make it a contest, or if they've made enough progress, will they take a 1 point?
Well, why not?
Move now! Hold me, Chris.
Parisian ball back to Eric, up to his feet. Tristan a turn around.
Plenty of tackles.
Eventually pulled down.
Yeah, plenty of tackles left, though. Plenty of tackles left.
Giga. Looks like they're working into a drop goal position, doesn't
I
it?
think Drinkwater's lining up for this.
In the middle channels. Now they go wide. Drinkwater to Lange. Great hands. Oh, great hands to Yaha. What a good response from Warrington's defence. Toby King getting over there to make the tackle. Last play.
Last play.
But it be wasted. Williami caught in the tangle. And that last play is wasted, and Warrington get it back with how long? 30 seconds to go. So they've got about 3 plays here. Maybe not quite that many. Certainly they can slow it down like this.
Play the ball, Ben. Hold. Hold. Come on, Ben.
He sense both teams are happy to go in at half-time, don't you? And obviously listen to the words of wisdom from the respective coaches.
Good win. Silla is running into a cul-de-sac of defenders, and he's going no further than that, with the Wembley Hotel wailing in the background to tell us that that is the end of the half. What a first half from Catalan Dragons, set off on fire, finished the more positive as well. Warrington had their moments in between times, so it's still very much in the balance here at 14 points to 6 in Catalan's favour. But it is the Dragons who just have that advantage. Let's go down and hear from some of those who played in that first half. First of all, Kevin Brown, who's with Tanya.
Kevin, you probably knew they were going to come at you like that, but were you really ready for it? Because at times in that first half they seemed to roll you over.
Yeah, we started poor, really poor. That was a big emphasis through the week, so a lot of the stuff they've had has been given to them on a plate, so we'll sort that out. I'm confident. We just need to get back to basics.
Is there an element of composure as well, because you've had your chances?
Oh yeah, the basics, composure, completing sets, just playing the game a bit smarter, but like I say, we'll get there. Thank you.
Tony Giga from the Catalan Dragons is with us. Tony, how happy are you with that first half performance?
Yeah, I think we start good the game. After 20 minutes we drop a little with our discipline, drop some easy ball and give them some penalty. That's why they came back. But I think we win the game now. There's still 40 minutes to go.
Are you confident you can maintain the pace in the second half?
We give our best and we see at the end, you know, Warrington's got a good team, and so we need to be careful, and let's see at the end.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Just before we begin this second half, a moment to remember one of our cherished colleagues, Mike MacDonald, camera supervisor, over 20 years of covering Challenge Cup finals for the BBC. He sadly passed away last month, and our memories and thoughts for all the team here are very much with Mike and his family at this time as well. So Stefan Ratchford with a duty here to get this second half underway. Some Mattieri looking on in the sunshine. It's sunshine in which Catalan dwell at the moment, leading by 14 points to 6. And it is the Dragons who will have the first possession in this second half. So Jonathan Davies, John Keir, thoughts ahead of this final 40 minutes?
I thought the interview with Steve Price was illuminating, and you know, he felt his team hadn't stuck to the game plan, and it's pretty easy to fix up if that's the case, because it's already scripted out and you just need to go out now and execute it. But that's a lot harder than it seems when you're faced with a challenge like this, in an atmosphere like this, on an occasion like this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do then differently. I think they've got to get outside that first, rush defence. They've got to move the big Catalan Dragons pack around. They've got to keep possession and composure on the attack as well. So it'll be very, very interesting.
Oh, that's a good kick. It's drawn a run from Charlie to get across to get that. But Warrington have it. So that's the end of the first set. We heard from Steve Price. What about the French point of view? Damien Johnson has been in and amongst their backroom staff at half-time.
Yeah, we saw the Catalan players listening pretty intently to their coach, Steve McNamara. Just grabbed a quick word with the Catalan coach. He said he was very happy with the start they made, and particularly their completion rate. Got a bit ragged on the tackling front, he said. They have to improve that in the second half to win the Challenge Cup.
Well, there's a mistake from Warrington. First of the second half, and it's Goodwin who's knocked on and has given Catalan head and feet at the scrum here. And the way they're celebrating with each other, the Catalan players, tells you this could be a big moment.
Well, that's exactly what they wanted, wasn't it, the Dragons? They bought field position with their set and their kick. And Goodwin there attempting to bring the ball back into play quickly. He just loses control, and it's a knock-on.
Got a one-arm loose card. He's trying to get over the defender, get a quick play the ball, get kind of the hook of Darrell Clark into the game. But that's a big mistake. First attacking opportunity, second half.
Big matches,
composure,
but little moments matter so much. Here's Tierney taking it in. Catalan poised, 5 tackles to go in this set. Where will they go from here? Kenny Edwards trying to get the arms free, but Tyrone Roberts making sure none of that was happening with his robust involvement in that tackle. And Catalan now edging closer, 12 yards away. Drinkwater up to the line, Langui with the inside pass. Gico was there, ghosting into that position on the left shoulder, but they had him spotted, and another big forceful effort will be repelled here by Warrington. So 5 tackles gone. Here's the last play in the set. Drinkwater again, kicking it towards the corner. Yaha tries to get away. Charlie's there with a safe collect and threatening to make the break here. Josh Charlie, and he has got the initial burst. Williani gets across and drags him down.
Big play. That's a big play. First of all, to solve the problem of the kick, but secondly to get 20 yards or so as well, to get the set moving forward for the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, I think a moral victory as well. Defensively, that set was solid. And again, as the boys said in studio half-time, it's the kick that's the best try-scoring option, for the Dragons.
To him, stepping away from Mattieri's initial intentions. But Busquet was there to rock him up.
Yeah, didn't miss him, Busquet. Got him on the neck.
Brown stumbling into a pass. It has potentially got Lynham running free. The inside ball, the gamble taken doesn't come off, and Julien is the man who drops on it for the Catalans.
And again, it's a squandered opportunity, but a miracle pass. Maybe he had to throw it because he was going into touch, but that's what Steve Price was on about, the composure in the attacking sense.
The adult game if nobody took chances though, John. It will be a dull game if nobody took chances.
But they're creating chances, Dave, and often you can create a chance on a chance. There's a 40-20
Here's
attempt
a big
here.
kick from Gigot that
Great kick.
skids out of play, and Gigot pointing his finger towards the Warrington line. I've shown you the way, follow me there, is the big call from the French fullback. A kick that gives his side a tap restart in an attacking position here. It was quality stuff, can they back it up?
Great kick. But it's a wasted opportunity, Dave. Coming back to the point.
This is taken in, hammered forward by Goudemont. Chopped down 10 away.
This is a big set for Warrington. A massive set.
Garcia takes it back to the middle again. They're just hurling themselves at the line. Garcia comes left. Helped on its way to Gigot. Quick hands and a reach for the line by Brayden Williami. And the Fijian is over and the festivities begin again. Catalan Dragon, right at the start of the second half, are back in the driving seat.
Well, Warrington have opened this half with 2 headers in their 2 sets. Catalan have opened this half with completing every set and with a great 40-20, which is a marvellous piece of skill. And on the back of that piece of skill, they've come up with a set shape play that's come up with a try for Williami.
That's brilliant play by Gigot. You know, he kicked early. Here he goes. Give it to me. He just checks, see where he is. He's a couple of yards in front. It's a slippery, greasy surface after a little bit of rain. He gains that position. You could see the intensity. But just watch Gigot again. He comes in, sucks, he gets the overlap, just puts a little bit of doubt in Toby King's mind, which creates the opportunity for William on the try. Here he comes, he gets on the outside of his defender. Try. From the wasted opportunity from Warrington, Dave.
Glad I'm not married to you, Jiffy. Talk about last word, merchant.
And I am.
But on a positive note, what a great
Mrs.
piece
Davis,
of skill.
you have my sympathy. Anyway,
what a great piece of skill that 40-20 kick is. And
brilliant.
And for the viewers, you know, if you kick the ball from within 40 metres from your own goal line, and it bounces and goes into touch within 20 metres of the opposition goal line.
Big kick here, big kick. Pulls for this because if he puts this over, here he goes. Has he got it? He has got it. He has got it. The flags go up, and that makes it 20 points to 6. And the significance of that now, a 14 points difference. Warrington have to score 3 times in the second half of this Ladbrokes Challenge Cup final to win the game from here. Big statement made by the French side.
It's a huge challenge now for Warrington. Huge challenge.
Well, they are capable of breaking the line. But once they break the line, they're just they're brain explosions.
So Ratchford with a restart. Warrington collectively trying to join together with a will of showing some kind of response to the situation they're in at the moment. They're in all kinds of trouble. Catalan Dragons have a plane booked that leaves Heathrow Airport at 1 AM tomorrow morning, and there's an empty seat on that plane at the moment.
What's that for, Dave?
It's for Mr. Challenge Cup. That's who it's booked under. And are they taking it home, or can Warrington keep the trophy in England?
I wouldn't be like the one to get them on that plane at 1 AM, to be honest.
It's not the getting on the plane at 1 AM, it's getting off at the other end and driving to the Gilles Brutus Stadium. But as we've just been reminded, they've not won it yet. There's still a long way to go here. That's a kick that Ratchford has taken safely enough, and this Warrington side is more than capable of overturning this 14-point deficit.
Yes.
But to do better than they have shown in the previous 47 minutes.
Line up and plays.
Yeah, Cooper's been quiet, Hill's been quiet, Clark's been quiet. And if they're quiet, invariably, the back 3 will be quiet as well.
There's Cooper. Trying to make his way through. So this right-hand side on Toby King. So both brothers on the field at the moment, Toby and George. 6 tacklers the next, and they're still 40 metres away. It's back to Ratchford, who's looking to pick his kick. Gigo underneath it will let it bounce. He's fairly confident that it will bounce as he wanted it to, and it did. Just a little hands in the air from Gigo because there was a bit of a risk there. You know, that spiked back over his head. He might have been trouble, but as it is, tackle the 20 and a 7-tackle player, 7-tackle count.
I think he'd looked at the chase though. At Gigo as well, and he'd assessed the situation just as he did with his 40-20, and his decision making has been proved correct.
He plays like a second 5/8 sometimes, doesn't he? Just steps in, standoff, comes in.
Very much the modern fullback's role these days, isn't it? Gigo again, takes it along the way. No Frenchman has ever won the Landstad Trophy, the story of which we heard at half-time. There's one or two making a name for themselves here. Garcia at dummy half. Gigo again, very heavily involved. Battieri. Garcia to Langui, and they're creating a bit of space here. Tierney on that right-hand side with a kick and chase. Should be and is easy for Ratchford to collect on the bounce, and look at that for a return. Fine full-back play.
Yeah, that's probably the worst end of set that they've had all game, the Dragons.
Lynham making a throw. Temporary through. Goodwin crosses the halfway line. Great set so far for Warrington. They need this, they need this, they need more than just this. Clark again to Brown. There's Hughes pushing, but restricted in his advances. Couple of plays to go. Philbin searching for the middle. Now, how good is the last play here from Warrington? Where's it going? Roberts will kick to the corner. Chips it high. Yaha underneath it, bounces, booms off his chest, and back in the hands of Clark, and another 6 tackles to go. This is the free play. Clark with a kick, Lynham with a chase, doesn't quite get there, but Warrington can rewind back to where they were, knowing that they've got the ball back, and Mead and Lynham just getting a little hot under the collar here.
I think that Mead was going to apologise, and Lynham didn't want anything of it. I think it's frustration as well.
Come here.
Well, it is frustration, but it ain't clever on Lynham's part, because Warrington wanted the ball back into play as quickly as possible.
There's a lot of emotion, I get all that.
The Dragons
Let's
to
get calm,
recharge
it's your ball down there,
and
don't
get
spoil
ready
it.
to defend.
Yeah.
Just cannot get drawn into that.
Take a breath.
Thank you, Mitchell.
So they got what they wanted, the build pressure, they got another set of 6. Clark, he took a chance, and I can understand that. But then when it doesn't come off to you, let's get back there, let's get to the scrum, let's go.
There's only been one Wembley final thus far in history in which a side has overcome a 14 points deficit to win the game. That was St Helens against Bradford in 1996. 26-12 on at one stage for Saints. Then Bobby Golding's boot got involved, and the rest was a bit of Wembley history. So that's the size of it for Warrington. They've got to break a record here to win the game. And Hughes with a pass, and here comes Lynham for the corner. Tries to drop underneath the tackle. That's great defending, terrific defending, magnificent defending on that far right-hand side.
Yeah, first play again, going to the tackle. Steve Price is pulling his hair out.
Well, that's the best way to win an argument, isn't it?
Yes.
If Lynham's arguing with Mead, you know, that's the best way to win it. Let's get across there, let's make the cover tackle, let's dump you into touch, let's solve the problem, and we'll have the ball.
He's got a check inside there. He was 5 yards from the try line. You know he's going into touch. It's a slippery surface. As a winger, you check. You do not go into touch on the first tackle.
Stay there, Bryson.
Well, ahead and feed.
Ball in, Sammy.
They're a big pack. You've got to move them about to put them under pressure in this area. What they'll do now, they'll pick their heads up from the scrum. Some of the backs will do a couple of yards, a couple of drives up for them.
Well, the big one is, Jonathan, and it's not just the error, as you pointed out. It's when the error occurs, which is play 1.
Catalans just happy to take their set of 6 and get themselves downfield and line intact in this second half. Conceded only 1 try so far, but made up the Silla score. was a kick that Yaha didn't deal with, and the other kick that Yaha didn't deal with almost gave Warrington a terrific chance. So they'll just put that in the memory banks, won't they, Warrington? More kicks to Yaha, I would have thought, before the game is out. Too big, too big.
Yeah, but disappointing that, I think, because it's a 7-tackle set, and that's when the ball's kicked over the dead ball line, and when it's a tap 20 restart, it's adjudged to be an indifferent piece of skill, so you're punishing that by giving the opposition an extra tackle, and this is it. This is a 0 tackle, and now the tackle count will start from there.
They're still taking the ball up one on their own and smashed.
Cooper up and plays. Ratchford towards the middle again. King. George Obodo. He's the older brother of Toby. Clark. And now it's Joe Philbin, Warrington born, local lad, and he's the pride of wearing the primrose and blue. He'll be hurting at the moment, but Clark's going out trying to rectify things here with a darting run from dummy half. Warrington, 2 tackles to go in the set. Needing to score next. Hughes going nowhere.
But there's energy in this Catalan defence, and I would suggest the energy's on the back of the completion rate. When you're making so few errors, you can invest lots of energy when the opposition got the ball.
Sunshine factor there, but Tierney puts his hand above his eyes and collects it, and nearly got away from Cooper. Was it a fine game, wasn't he, Lewis Tierney?
Yeah, took that well, and sun's in his eyes.
He's had a very good game, and I think Jiffy picked it out when he got it right across the upper to the left wing to help diffuse a potential try-scoring situation. So his work off the ball has been first class.
And they're making moves here. Here's Fuhad Yaha. Charlie helps him up, puts him down with the help of Roberts. 2 to go, 2 tackles to go in the set. Catalan 30 metres away. Gigo with a kick behind Lynham. And Tierney's chasing after this. Lynham looking and hoping, and very cool from Tom Lynham.
Yeah,
really guided that position well and gets the tap back on the 20.
He did well there, and he's earned another 7-tackle set.
I think Drinkwater, again, is having a very, very good game. He's controlling most of the game, where the areas of the game is in play. He chips in, creates the overlap, puts his wingers away. His kicking game in the last tackle is good, and with the introduction of Gigo as well, their kicking game is slightly better than Warrington Wolves at the moment.
Well, you could suggest, Jonathan, that Gigo, Lange, Drinkwater, McAlorum have outplayed their opposite numbers, and that may well be the difference.
Yeah.
Warrington working their way inside the Catalan half. Here's Brown. China. The best of opportunities for him to work from.
He hasn't got that fluency in attack yet. Just passes are not just correct in front of the runner. Everything has been checked.
Murdoch Masilla. Just surrounding. Catalan just strangling the life out of Warrington at the moment. Brown again with a kick back towards the middle. Trying to create something, helped. Roberts passes away and slid over by George King. George King's in. Warrington have life again. It was a kick and a hope from Kevin Brown. It was a miss, a hopeless miss from Gigo. And Warrington have their score.
I think it might have been Drinkwater, Dave, I'm not sure. There's a kick against the grain, okay, that's the first thing. And they just go back and just watch. I think it is Drinkwater, and it's good chase there and a good offload. Just watch, it's against the grain, something different by Brown. But they've got it covered, yeah, and it's missed. It's Drinkwater, and that's a huge mistake. When they were in total control, one mistake can turn the fortunes of a match. No momentum will go to Warrington. Their tails will be up. They're back in this game.
And the reward, Jonathan, for looking after the ball, getting to the end and putting a clever last tackle play on.
Right. Is it just
First mistake.
Drinkwater has been outstanding.
Yes. There's plenty of time in this game as well.
Yeah, we've still got at least 23 minutes to go.
Oh, it's reignited the game. They've reignited the game.
So a bit of fuel to the confidence of those Warrington supporters who are finding their voice now. Tyrone Roberts to go back to an 8-point deficit. Nails it. 20 points to 12, and it's all on again.
The next 5 minutes or so, though, are absolutely vital for Warrington. They've got to look after the ball, they've got to build pressure, they've got to buy some field position, and they've got to put pressure on this Dragons side, who've looked very, very comfortable for the vast majority of the game.
Who's your money on at this stage?
I think Mr. Challenge Club will be taking his seat.
Jonathan? Here's Philby. Well, there's certainly a tails upfield to Warrington at the moment.
Oh,
Murdoch Masilla.
sit down, Sam Moore.
He's hurt himself, back of the calf. This could be a big blow for Warrington if he's not okay after this.
Doesn't look good, that. As a pull, you know, if he's pulled a calf or something, he's off.
If a team is going to put up a cavalry charge, then you'd expect him to be right at the front of it, wouldn't you, Masilla?
Well, I tell you, that's some collision to win. If you can sit Samoa's backside, but there's an element about the dangerous contact there, I believe. As Samoa takes the ankle, he rolls back, and it takes the ankle against the joint. And that may be well what Ben Murdoch Masilla is asking questions about, and that man.
And Lee Breer's the man on the walkie-talkie there, of course. Leinster Trophy owner in 2010, 3 times a winner with Warrington, 9, 10 and 12, an icon of this Warrington club. Watching one of the coaches here today, and we'll be happy to see that Murdoch Masilla is okay.
Yeah, let's hope we can run it off. Very threatening runner. Oh, there they come.
King, the try scorer, swapped around. Catalans stepping it up in defence. They know that they've got to respond like for like here. Warrington is stepping up, so the French side have to do likewise. Try and quell the fury that is building here, the fire that is building from these Warrington players. There's a cup tie, a cup final at stake here. Patton, good offload. Ratchford, still going.
It's boiling is this game.
So here's Roberts. Spins it back, and Patton. High again, Tierney. Well, he might have been dazzled by the sunshine, but he wasn't going to let that put him off. And while he was still in the air, Goodwin barges into him, which is why we've got the penalty.
Yeah, great take. Sun's in his eyes once again. He'll take his time, but just watch a collision in the air. It's a nothing tackle, he's just got to get out of that.
But that's that element of composure we speak about,
Yes.
Jonathan, isn't it?
Yes.
What you've got to do is be smart enough just to pull out, let his feet hit the floor, and then you can make contact.
And that's the difference. Look, he said he knows he's frustrated with it because he knows, rather than all the Catalan forwards getting back, trying to take the ball out again from their own 20 metres, you know, emptying the tank. No, it's a kick near the 40-metre line. They'll be on the attack, and they'll have a relieving kick somewhere near the halfway line. Such a big difference.
Christophe Jouffret, the chief executive, sitting alongside Bernard Gouache, the chairman of the Catalan Dragons, and there's a few of their fan club.
And surely one of Warner's tactics will be to move this big Catalan pack around and empty the tank.
Moore. And again, he's almost going backwards.
Tierney's struggling in the background, you know, and it will be a shame because he's had an outstanding game. He really has, both in attack and in defence.
Quick play by Casti, and here come the French again. Led on this occasion by Bousquet. Now it comes left, Drinkwater. Kenny Edwards. 4 gone, 2 tackles to go. 22 minutes of this compelling final still to go. Drinkwater just issuing directions to his troops. Julian comes back on the angle against the grain. Final play. Drinkwater tries to put it in that corridor, but down goes Tyrone Roberts to make a rescue.
But not a bad place to turn the ball over. Tackle one has gone on your opposition and they're within their own 10, and then you've revved up and tackle two's on the 10 metres. So good play once again by the Dragons.
Energy beginning to just ebb away here. Both sides will be doing things on memory at the moment because of the ferociousness of this cup final. Goodwin can't get any leverage to get that pass away to Lynham, so Lynham will pick up from dummy half, and off he goes here, skating around. Ratchford, last play, inside their own half, behind their own 40. Kevin Brown just pumps it down the middle. Gigo watches the bounce.
Yeah, it's a laboured chase, is that one.
Yaha taking them on.
He's on his own there now, so let him get up quickly, play the ball.
Gigo calling in reinforcements here. McAlorum, after his spell on the sidelines, is back out there directing things from dummy half. His tank refueled. Kenny Edwards points, jumps, dashes, darts. Kester. He's put his head down and drive it in. Last play. Down the blind side. Drinkwater puts the kick. High again. Ratchford with the lead, safely enough. And they're quite happy just to pin them there.
Of course, yeah, they're 8 points to the good.
Talks to their friend John, isn't it?
It is.
One thing they can't do is stop playing. No. There's 20 minutes left and the Dragons can't just stop playing because Warrington are a dangerous team and they'll play to the final whistle. I think they need to score again to Catalan to win this. I think they might just... Warrington might score a couple.
There are more points though, Jonathan, when you think, oh, that's the last thing you want.
Huge with only 2 plays to go.
That's the first penalty that Catalan have given away this half. They've really tidied that aspect of their game up. And so they was making it really difficult for them to get anything. It's even worse now.
That's dreadful. That's a dreadful kick. It's a dead pattern and he's failed to find touch. And that is a huge let-off for the Catalan Dragons. And that almost crushes the spirit of the side, doesn't it?
That's a huge mistake. A huge mistake.
So instead of attacking, they're defending Warrington. And Catalan have got the bonus. Renewed enthusiasm. Out of dummy half. Oh, it's a poor pass, and now it's picked up by Roberts. So mistakes on either side. Roberts hurls it out to Brown. Now it's with Goodwin. Goodwin steps back on the inside. His flicked pass away. Benny Westwood. Rather King bends his back and picks it up. It was Benny Westwood, right first time.
They need to tell them there's 18 minutes left.
I know.
Let them carry on playing like this. It's better entertainment. Nobody tell them anything.
Final.
Here's Philby. Clark. Skipping. And Julian just falls off the tackle, and Clark pushing his way through. Now it's with Patton. Kevin Brown. Goodwin comes on at pace. Back it comes, but they're just swarming around again. The enthusiasm of this Catalan defence there, apparent, obvious.
Repeat set is needed here, come on.
1 play to go. There's a Warrington player down injured. As Brown puts it high. Tierney, Ratchford gets there first though. It's gone backwards off Ratchford, and Tierney makes the tackle. It's still in Warrington's hands. Kevin Brown puts the kick in, and that's going to go out of play. There'll be a attack back on the 20. And as Jonathan, as rather John Keir explained to us all just a few moments ago, it means that Catalan now have 7 tackles in the next set.
And that's a reward for, I think the guys in the studio called them, they were hunting on a kick chase, well they were hunting on kick pressure there. And that's a reward for them there. They're just really pressurising Warrington, not allowing them time to execute plays, and consequently they're kicking it straight out of the in-goal area. And it's 7 tackles.
As expected, there's a significant drop in energy from the Catalan forwards, and this is where Warrington need to exploit it, get the ball in the hands of the sharper players, the creative players, and pick those tired forwards out. That's a way back for Warrington.
Catalan supporters.
Well, what Warrington need, Jonathan, is a play from one of their star men, similar to Gigo's play with that 40-20, and to really lift them, because at the minute you can't see anything other than a Dragons victory.
Needs a bit of magic.
McLaurin. Kenny Edwards. Here's McLaurin again at dummy half. Catalan rolling themselves downfield. Moa. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. There's another knock-on from Warrington, but they'll take the first. And Warrington get head and feed. Still Moa's not had the best of the second half, has he?
No. Good hit. That's a good hit, though.
That's really fatigue. That's fatigue as well, isn't it?
I think it is. He's in there.
Well, he needed that as well to make up for the missing touch on the penalty, didn't he? He's made up for that. Let's see if they can capitalise upon this error.
Sorry, right, Chris.
Well, it's all getting a little nervous now. 17 minutes, 16 and a half to play. Warrington score next.
Kevin, please.
Penalty early on in the game. A huge difference.
But Warrington have to score next, that's key. And they've spilt a few chances so far. King to his feet eventually. Penalty for Warrington, so...
I gave you the benefit, you're not hearing me.
Error and a penalty. They put it into the corner now.
No, they're tapping and going. They want to carry on. Here comes Clark. 5 tackles to go. Back it comes to Roberts, and there's Hughes. Rashford. Peter. Across the line. Kevin Brown spins it away. Good win. Looking left. Uses the dummy. Lynham. Tries himself here. Tom Lynham. Tries himself and very nearly did the job. Brown spins it back. Patton has it now. Patton kicks towards his touchline. Knocked back by Chanley. And a swarm around again. Denies them the opportunity, but there's one last play to go here. Roberts again. Another kick. Stretching Catalan. Right to left. And a wonderful take is it. It's Warrington who have it. And the ball's knocked forward. The ball's knocked forward. And the Dragons have it back. And Warrington rule another missed position.
Yeah, great scramble defence, by Catalan.
Come on, guys.
15 minutes to go.
Time off. Remy, come on.
He's been jumping up and down inside with all the tension here.
It's a good first effort from the Wolves, though, defensively.
Warrington involved in that nerve jangler, of course, a couple of years ago, and they only just came up short against Hull FC. Oh, and they've been given another opportunity here. Play on. No, referee says there are a couple of knock-ons. We'll take the first. Warrington get the head and feed at the scrum here. Pretty sure of that.
Yeah, Drinkwater again, enforced error. Holding his head up now. Focus. Stuck his eyes on the ball. Simple mistake.
Well, they had to win these Challenge Cups, aren't they? Nobody gives you them.
Come on, boys. Physios are for physio, yeah? Let's get him. Heads in.
Head and field for Warrington. Here's Kevin Brown. Cooper slams it forward. Catalan edging backwards, Warrington edging forward. Still 2 scores away from a lead here.
You feel they need something now on the scoreboard with all this pressure that they've applied. Can't come away with nothing again.
Patton at dummy half goes left to Brown and Brown. Oh, he picked out the runner in Benny Westwood. And 98 times probably, maybe 99 out of 100. Benny Westwood takes that, scores. And with a big beam, punches the air. But this was the 1 in 100. And he's left utterly frustrated.
Let's have a look, he picks him up.
Oh.
That's it. if anything, the pass was a little bit too hard. No. He'd be disappointed with that. Beautiful ball.
Doesn't that picture tell us all the frustration, how close they were. And here's Tierney. And Tierney dances and dazzles and steps. 12 months ago, Catalan were on the verge of oblivion. They needed £1 million game against Lee. They had to win that to guarantee their place in Super League. Had they gone down, who knows what would have happened to this club. And here they are now, just under 12 months on the verge of a potential Challenge Cup victory. But they've got to stop making mistakes, because they keep giving Warrington a lift back into the game. Yeah. Gosh, he's not sitting comfortably at the moment.
Yeah, the errors have started to come into the Catalan game, haven't they? They've put so much energy into it. Might be an assisted error there from Jack Hughes, but I also can't understand why Roberts keeps wanting to try and kick. When they make an error, just get the ball, run and play the ball quick, so that there isn't this respite for the Dragons' defence.
Let's get him, please.
12.5 minutes to go.
You need one more in here. You need one in. Come on. Heads in. Heads in. Let's get in. Hold. Ball. Out.
Westwood. It's carting it forward.
This has been a good final, David. It's been a real good final, and it's got everything. There's nerves are jangling now as well. And we're going into the last 12 minutes or so, and it's wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, pick the Leinster Trophy winner. I'll get your thoughts in a second, but here's Ratchford.
So David Mead has defended exceptionally well.
Yes, he has.
He's defended narrow. He showed him the outside.
Westwood, great offload from him. Sorry to interrupt there, Chippy, but it was okay. Brown. It over the top here for Toby King, who slides it in, and then it was Yaha who got the
I think it's a penalty. It was a late hit.
Penalty for the late shot, yeah.
A late hit on Kevin Brown.
Would you take two?
I would take the two.
Because then it comes back to one score, doesn't it?
Take the two.
Take the two, have the confidence to get that one score.
You need to score twice anyway.
Yeah.
Two.
That's what they're doing.
Being asked on the field.
There's a late challenge.
Late and shoulder.
Yeah, just that's a silly play.
It is.
Take the ball back. So he's going for two, and if he puts this over, then it's a try and a goal away from tying the scores. And of course, it all has to be settled here today. The rules were changed last year. No longer a replay. It's golden point extra time. If it's all square at the end, we're still a step or two away from that, but
I think that's right as well. You know, you want to win it in Wembley.
Roberts puts this over. There it goes, and it is 20 points for Catalan, 14 for Warrington. Warrington now back within striking distance, and the nerves just build and build for those Catalan players.
And this is 10 minutes to go. There's one score between the teams. There's two teams who are really tired because of the emotion of the occasion and the energy that they've invested in the performance. This is what we want in finals.
10.5 minutes to go. Catalan might be searching a drop goal at some stage.
I think so. Next time they get possession anywhere near the Warrington 20-metre mark, it'll be a field goal, rock goal.
Chris Hill, a man who rolls his sleeves up and just gets the job done, which is what Warrington are doing here. They've rolled their sleeves up and got themselves back into the contest, having looked out of it when Williami went over at 20 points to 6.
They're just winning that contact now, Warrington. When the impact is made, they're just making those extra yard or so.
England against France goes into the final 10 minutes. It's with Clark. We know how much a victory would mean for French Rugby League after all their struggles down the years. But we also know how much a victory would mean for this Warrington Wolves side. Roberts twisting and turning, looking left where there's lots in Primrose and Blue, including Kevin Brown, who gets the ball and keeps it alive. And now Patton is put down on the 5th. 1 to go in this set. Roberts again, sticks it high in the air. Fuhad Yaha, the target, and again he sputs it, and offside! Offside! Has given Warrington a penalty. Wow. They'll go for goal here. They'll go for the jugular, I should say. They'll go for the line. They'll go for the line. I was speaking metaphorically, not literally. They're not going to go for goal, not in a million years, but they're going to go for gold.
That's a great goal to play, is it, for the Wolves? You know that the left winger, isn't having the best of afternoons under the high ball. We know that Toby King challenges so well. That's your goal to play if nothing else is happening.
Big set here. Toby King once again.
Warrington fans behind those sticks are off their seats. 6 tackles to have a real go here. Taken him by Chris Hill. 5 away. Listen to the noise lifting now. Patton to Roberts. Comes back the other way. Now it's Hughes. Put down the tackle too.
Tails it up for the Wolves.
Here's Declan Patton. Kevin Brown. Benny Westwood rides the tackles. We need a bulldozer to put him down this time. Now it's out of dummy half by Patton. 2 plays to go, right on the line. Clark, the dummy half, spins it back to Brown. Brown trying to craft and create. Line him on the far side. Just about held up and put down.
Here comes a kick,
Teeny with a tackle. It's a high one, not the best. Brown doesn't get it long. Up go the arms, and it's Casting. Remy Casting.
Well.
Captain Fantastic, who catches the ball. And what an effort that was from the prop forward.
Well, what a play that is by the big fella. He's been in the middle, grafting away, making tackles, carrying the ball, and he comes up with a catch from a high kick. What a great piece of play from the prop forward.
So Catalan Gigo. Last play.
Good set by
Gigo's
Braga.
looking for a penalty. A little bit of a theatrical leap from him. Lange with a kick downfield. Warrington and back and have it covered. Now it comes back again. Another wave of Primrose and Blue, led this time by Linen. Tackle 1. His body's scattered around at the moment. Good win. 2 sides.
Fantastic finish this. Fantastic finish.
7.5 to go.
Here
comes Rashford. Look at this from Stefan Rashford, creating magic from nothing. But then he's back in the hat. And down the blind side goes Murdoch Marcella. Tries to flick it away, does do. Keeps it alive, Warrington. Pummeling and pounding.
There's some gaps around the posts here.
Yes. 2 tackles to go. Patton spins it back to Brown. Brown with a dummy. Offloads. And it's a hand. It's another set of 6. Another set for Warrington. 0 tackle. So it doesn't matter about the mistake. Warrington get it back. They're going to scrum down here. And they'll be 10 metres out. And they need a try. And they need a goal. And there's only 6.5 minutes to go.
Well, there, Brown saw those gaps. He showed. He's trying to go. He got the offload in. The knock-on came from Williame. And again, I think...
Hold on!
Yeah, hold on and just keep the momentum going.
Steve Price still pacing, still looking.
With all pacing there. Oh, it's exciting.
Really strong, man, boys. Really strong.
6.5 minutes to go. Is he going to be a hero today? Are they going to be heroes and hang on? Will they have something to celebrate? There is a trophy going to France. Something magic to lift their spirits.
Let's get in, please. He's been treated like that. Let's get in, please. Find it.
Right.
Stay there. Wait.
Settle down, fellas, because here we go. Here we go. How big is this next set of 6? So Catalan hold out, then they've got renewed hope. Warrington score. They're on the verge. Here we go. Hill with a first drive in. There's the settler. Puts his side right in the centre of the field and only 8 metres away. Options right and left. Patton comes right. Here's Roberts to Ratchford. Ratchford with a pass away. King Toby King. Held up and put down. Rochford sweeps it back again. Roberts to Patton, to Cooper. Cooper goes down.
They're set in a central field position out there. Warrington is stacked to the left.
Patton now comes right. Roberts with a short pass. Hughes. It's gone to Brown. It's gone to Brown and it's picked up by Gigo. And it's a mistake by Warrington. And suddenly Catalan are leaping up and down in the terraces, on the stands. Because they have survived a heck of a scare.
Yeah, that could be it. Well, they went the wrong way.
Look at that for an effort.
They came to the side where Catalan had the most defenders, and that's how they allowed them to force the header. Needed to go the other way from the play the ball.
Moa on tackle 3. Here's Casting. Just a head down and run as hard as you can. Never mind your lungs are burning and your legs are like lead. And there's a kick. It's not a 40-20, but it is a magnificent kick that has put Warrington back inside their own 10.
He could be the Lance Todd Trophy winner, that could. Well, McAloran's been immense.
Well, Cassie didn't do so badly with him with that carry. He got a quick play of the ball that allowed McAloran to jump out and put it over the sideline. There's been some big performances on both teams, but he's been outstanding as that fella. He really has.
Press picking it on this occasion, so
5 minutes to go.
4:53
is the exact time. There we go. We've corrected the clock. That is absolutely spot on now. 4:53. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. Just stand feeling nervous. Nothing he can do. Just sit feeling nervous and just hope. Just hope. Both sides.
There's nothing they can do.
No. and there's nothing we can do.
There's a lot they can do on the pitch, though.
Can we stop this theme now? I think we've milked that as far as it goes. .4:53 left to play. Is there a hero? Is there a piece of Wembley legend to be written in what remains of this match? Or are Catalan taking the control to France?
It's an injury, head injury. Make us drink water.
His head. We're looking. We need to play the ball back here where you're attacking.
That's what Warrington don't need.
Because I'd be able to go in to play on you in trouble.
Oh, Clash of Reds.
He's not getting there, is he?
No. He's not plenty acting there.
No, I think he'll be
going to play the ball in
going for a head injury assessment.
No, you could clearly see as a Clash of Reds and the two tacklers.
Just to remind you while we have this break that if Warrington do get a try and convert it, and it is 20 points all, and that's the way it finishes after 80. Then we're into golden point extra time. Rugby League Forum following us on this programme. Hashtag BBCRL, Christophe Jouffre and Bernard Courage besides each other and besides themselves at the moment. Well, those Catalan supporters think that they are on the verge.
I'd rather be where they are at this particular moment.
Here's Hill.
Both field position and scoreboard wise.
Yep.
Roberts to Brown. Back on the inside. Lost the ball. Penalty. Penalty for Warrington.
I tell you, Samoa again. He hasn't had the best second half. 2 errors. Discipline.
And instead of kicking downfield and hoping for the best, at the end of 6 tackles, Warrington get a penalty, but sees them kick downfield and start the set again. Masilla with a pass away.
This is big. This is big, this set.
Goodwin going. We've been saying that about every set for the last 10 minutes, it feels.
I think they're bigger now.
Cooper takes it in. He's put down. 4 tackles to go in this set. Is this Warrington's last hurrah? Kevin Brown on that left-hand side. Goodwin spun down.
Again,
Catalan
David Mead defensively brilliant.
drawing on something from somewhere just to keep this curtain of defence up now. Now they come back, Masilla. How did they stop him? But they have.
Yeah.
Last play. Now it's scooped back. Kevin Brown can't get the kick he wanted. Picked up by Gigo. Catalan have it. And again they survive a set of 6 on their own line. Is it written in the stars?
They haven't built the play, have they? They haven't put on a play in that set. They just run up. Everyone has a crack at it. They haven't created anything.
3 minutes to go. You'd think that Warrington will get the ball back at least a couple of plays, a couple of sets before the end. Then just pounded downfield, that's what they need.
Good kick now over the sideline.
There's the kick.
Good kick again, though. That's a good kick once again.
Rashford collects it.
This is it.
It's now or never.
Back it comes. Tackled there. Charnley taking it in. Desperate for distance now. Desperate for a missed tackle. A clever pass, a wonderful step here, Warrington, to get them where they want to be. They'll throw it around, they'll keep it alive. Hughes. A wounded wolf. A dangerous animal in the last stages of this game. Patton again. Now Hill. Just inside the Catalan half, but only 2 tackles to go in this set. Here it comes again. Kevin Brown passes away to Rashford. Rashford looking left, looked on the inside, nobody there, so has to go down with ball in hand. Last play now, here it comes. Kevin Brown again, all the way to Roberts. Roberts running the ball, reminding it's the last play, puts the kick behind. Yaha doesn't mind the ball on the ground, but he's put back in his own in goal area, is he? No, he's just in the field of play, and that is massive, absolutely massive, and a penalty to boot, and that might just be the Challenge Cup final for Catalan. And while we're at it, there's the fella, Tony Gigo, becomes the first ever French winner of the Lance-Top Trophy. He's been voted the man of the match. They've been awarding this since 1946. And Tony Gigo, the first ever French winner of the Lance-Top Trophy, and what a performance he's put in today.
Well, it's difficult to argue against him being chosen.
Yeah,
that's a good choice. And it's fully deserved, isn't it? They'll put this into touch. These will be the slowest set of 6 that you'll ever see. And it would all came down to that. Oh! Did the referee make the correct decision? I don't know. I would say not.
Well, I can't imagine many passes in this set.
No.
It's a ball in 2 hands, and take it in and milk at the time. 30 seconds left to play. Kenny Edwards gets cramped very often, it seems, at this stages of games, and tries to win a penalty, but not on that occasion.
Stand now.
Into the final 20.
And he's going to try and kick this over the touchline.
Surrender.
They'll lose all the tackles though, Jonathan.
Hold, go for it.
Into the final 10 seconds, the referee lifts his arm.
Time off.
This will be the last play. They're slow to their feet. Mead gets up and plays it, and it's just run out of play. Out of play. The hooter sounds, and history is made. History is made by the Catalan Dragons. They've been playing for this trophy since 1896, and this is the first French side to win the Challenge Cup. They are taking it home to France. Warrington beaten, and Catalan Dragons, with all their backstory, with all their history, have their moment in the Wembley sunshine.
And don't they enjoy it? And they've every right to enjoy it. Absolutely devastating for the Warrington Wolves, but these guys have earned the Challenge Cup, no doubt about that. And that gentleman, Steve McNamara, has given a masterclass in coaching.
Take a bow, son.
Yeah, take a bow, because he's turned this club around.
He has. discipline, game plan, and I think consistency was key as well.
Well, I'm just looking to our right now, French colleagues Luis Bonnery and Rodolphe Pires in tears at the moment. In tears, and well they might be as well.
And they thoroughly deserved it as well. I thought they came with a game plan, they stuck to the game plan. The kicking game was good, Drinkwater, Giga was good, and Warrington couldn't, they couldn't get the better of them defensively as well, so thoroughly deserved.
And they worked, it became at the end, Jonathan, a matter of will over skill, and they absolutely hung on in there just through sheer desire and bloody-mindedness and came through the other side. What a great final.
Well, it was a sport that was banned by the Vichy government in the Second World War. A Catalan club that was born out of the mere ruins of two of France's traditional clubs 15 years ago. They very nearly got relegated last year, and this year they are Challenge Cup winners. Bernard Gouache looks like the coolest man in town. Steve McNamara raises a smile. What a year he's had at the helm of this club. And we're going to be hearing from some of those who took part in this in just a moment. Catalan players celebrating down below us. What a proud man Bernard Gouache and Christophe Dufresne.
And Steve McNamara, look, he goes to the officials, he's going to the Warrington players before he goes to his own players.
Well, let's hear from the Landstock Trophy winner, shall we? Tony Gigot, the first ever French winner of the Landstock Trophy, and he's down there with Damien Johnson, and let's hear what he has to say.
Tony, many congratulations. You've won the cup and you've won the Landstock Trophy as well.
Oh, what a game, man. Wow, this team is just unbelievable. We play a very, very tough team today, and wow, the boys been awesome. We're so happy for everyone, all the French fans. That's beautiful.
How did you do it, Tony? How did you do it? How did you achieve that first ever Challenge Cup victory for a French team?
Oh, we work so hard, everyone work hard, and you got to... And you can see today that was not our best team, our best game this season, but we all play together as a team, as a family.
What will this do for French Rugby League, do you think?
That'll be a very good boost now. You can see all the French players we here and we push and want to show to everyone we can play rugby league in France. Thank you very much.
Do you have a message in French for the fans?
Yeah. Je voudrais remercier tout le monde, tous les fans. Vous avez été énormes. Merci à tous et visca Catalunya. Allez les Dracs!
I think he said thank you.
Well, if we can get Steve McNamara out from hugging his players here, incredible scenes. Steve, if I can just spin you around. We're losing him in the crowd with it. Steve, can we just grab you? Sorry about that. Incredible scenes. You've been in the game a long time. Have you experienced anything like this?
No, it was incredible for us. Thought we played really well for 55 minutes and then, well, nearly blew it, but it's incredible. I mean, these people have made such a huge effort to get across here, and it's, I'm just pleased for them, pleased for our owners, and yeah, over the moon.
You are incredibly emotional. Have you been this emotional about?
No, it was tough. It was really, really tough. They deserve it. They've been through so much here, and we've been underdogs all year, and we've had to work really hard. And look, yeah, Wembley. Well, we've won a Challenge Cup, first trophy for the club, and hopefully great for everybody back in France also.
And an incredible 12 months. I mean, just last season, the £1 Million game, those first few games of the season. If somebody had told you you'd be winning the Challenge Cup, what would you have said?
Yeah, well, we were just happy to be in the top 8 this year. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure we were safe. The cup came along at the right time. We made the most of it, and now, like I said, it's the first piece of silverware for the club.
Congratulations, Steve. Enjoy the kind of celebrations.
Joining me now pitchside is Remy Casti and Benny Calzea. Benny, first of all, what did it feel like to win the Challenge Cup?
Oh, it's just unbelievable. When we see the crowd and a lot of fans are still in Perpignan, and I can't wait to lift the trophy and come back to Perpignan.
extra special for you because you came as a young boy and saw the team lose here in 2007.
Yeah, it was a dream for me. I was with my dad and all my family in 2007, watch the game. It was a dream for me, and now we can lift the trophy, and I am really proud of it.
Remy Cassidy's with us as well. Remy, you were in the losing team in 2007. Very different feeling today.
It's absolutely unbelievable for me. The progression of the club, of the team through the 11 years was awesome, and yeah, it's an achievement for Catalans, for Rugby League in France, in Perpignan, everywhere.
How nervous were you towards the end because Warrington kept coming at your line?
Yeah, we are a bit undisciplined at the end of the game, and they're coming back well. They play good at the end, but we never give up, and we keep fighting to win.
You're flying back tonight, and I gather you've kept a seat just for the Challenge Cup.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Well done, fellas. Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, a very different emotion, I'm sure, from Steve Price. Steve, how frustrating was that? Because you did have chances, didn't you?
Yeah, we had plenty of chances in that second half, and there's a detail throughout the whole game wasn't where it needed to be. So that was the most frustrating thing. Credit to Catalans. I thought they defended really well. Their goal line D, they were very spirited, and credit to Catalans.
Is that the bit that hurts, that you didn't show the best of yourselves today?
No, we didn't. No, certainly not. Especially that first 25 minutes, it's not the standard we set ourselves all year, and yeah, it's a disappointing way to go out.
You're still in that top four, you're still in with a chance of Old Trafford. What lessons do you learn from this game?
Oh, we can take a lot of lessons out of today's game. Certainly the start, and the intensity they brought to us was far superior than ours, and just being able to stick to a plan and being able to stay at it for long periods. We weren't good enough today.
How do you teach composure and patience? Because, as you say, you had your chances.
Yeah, we certainly had our chances. We had our chances. I think Benny was over the line there, and yeah, it wasn't to me.
Frustrating time. Thanks for your time, Leslie.
Thank you. Cheers.
come when they headed back to Perpignan Airport after the semi-final. The place was rammed. That was a semi-final. What's it going to be like tonight? They touched down in Perpignan at 1 AM, and then they're off to the Stade Gilbert Brutus for one hell of a party. Wow, wouldn't you want to be there? Anyway, Tony Gigot making history all of his own today, the first Frenchman to win the Lance Todd Trophy. Just taking the acclaim of those along the line. Adrian Osman from the Ladbrokes will hand it over to him. That famous old trophy, first won by Billy Stott in 1946. And here's the latest winner, 2018. Tony Gigot goes down in every schoolboy's notebook when they read through their rugby league history. Bernard Gouache with a little word of congratulations. Christophe Jouffret likewise. They cannot believe what they've done here. And now Remy Castille coming along, the captain. He's such a nice fella. He's like a lot of prop forwards, ferocious on the field, lovely bloke off him. And well, he's shaking everybody's hand as well before he goes back to lift that trophy. And his teammates joining him up there. They couldn't have dreamt of this 12 months ago. It's a fairy tale. This moment means so much to rugby league in France. It's a triumph for the Trésistes. Catalan Dragons, the 2018 Challenge Cup final winners. The trophy is going to France. It is unbelievable. Right across the line. They reckon 5,000 travelling from Perpignan to be here today. You should imagine in many years' time there'll have been 50, 60,000 who claim to have been here today, because this is a moment of history. Lewis Tierney, who started it all off with his try. Wonderful finish by him, great performance as well. It'll go all along the line. Young French supporter will never forget this day. Will never forget this day. That's what the Challenge Cup does for you. The stories, the romance, the great moments. Well, there always has to be a loser. You feel for Kevin Brown sitting there slumped, his third final, 3 times as a loser now. You can only look up and wonder what that feeling is like. Tricolour in evidence, as we heard. The President Emmanuel Macron saying the whole of France was behind the Catalan Dragons. It's not always been the case that the whole of France has been behind rugby league, but they are today, and maybe it's a nation that really gets switched on again to this great code. What a tale. And there's a good tale as well. Jason Battieri, his dad Taz, involved in Paris all those years ago. I wonder if Taz could ever have dreamt all these years ago that he could have had a son playing in a cup final. But they've done it, they've won it. The cup from Remy Castille, lifted in the air, and it'll be flying back to France tonight. A moment of Challenge Cup history. What a day, what a story.